Well, it was fun watching with you wrestling, boys. So we obviously saw the news and WWE might get sold to Saudi Arabia. Apparently, it's not sold yet, but it's a big possibility. And I'm trying to be open-minded, but let's take a peek at the future. Yeah, it's fair to say we're fucked. Fun episode of SmackDown. If anything, this episode shows you that we still didn't get any changes. Triple H is still in control. We got that good storytelling. We got that good wrestling. Yes, people. I've just gave Braun Strowman a compliment. Braun. Braun Strowman just gave us a banger. All I gotta say, man, we stand white pants Strowman. But the biggest talking point of the show was Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, and the fact that Sami Zayn is possibly seeing what is happening right here. Is Roman Reigns using Sami? Couldn't be true, right? Look at the amount of times he hugged him. They were this close to a kiss. All of that and so much more in a second. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. You heard about the game already, 80 million downloads, completely free to play. What are you waiting for? Now let's go ahead and open up some shards. The good thing about it is that no matter if you're getting a good one or bad one, they're still useful. Okay, and let's see what we get right here. Ooh, big boy. Tormentor. Let's open up Void Shard and Paragon. Man, you gotta love these character models. I'll slice up my enemies with that one. Sacred Shard. Big expectations right here. Grimskin, well, all I gotta say, man, you don't wanna mess with that one. And to kick off the new year, there's a fresh raid update with a bunch of new features, including a new season of the Forge Pass for all your artificers, the player in points program where you can earn in-game goodies including a legendary champion and more. Speaking of champions, there's a whole batch of cool new ones coming this month as well, so make sure to try them out. And in preparation for Raid's 4th anniversary later this year, this month sees the launch of the humongous 4th anniversary Titan event. This new type of event lasts for several weeks and will see you earning anniversary points by competing in special themed events. And it's not just the length that's titanic though. There are some truly amazing awards up for grabs for taking part in this marathon event, so don't miss out. And Raid's got something extra special happening now. They released a legendary champion based off MMA and pro wrestling legend Ronda Rousey. Yes, the Ronda Rousey. You can get Ronda for free right now whether you're a new or a long time player, just by logging into Raid. All you gotta do is log in and play Raid for 7 days between now and February 20th, and Ronda is yours. To celebrate Ronda's arrival in Raid, you also use the special promo code RAID Ronda, available for all users, to get a bunch of helpful stuff. And if you haven't started playing Raid yet, click my link in the description or scan my QR code and you'll get unique bonuses worth $30. We're talking a free epic champion Honoru, 200k silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 epic skill tome. All this treasure will be waiting for you right here, available for 30 days for new players only. Now go and have some fun, and thanks to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Welcome back to another episode of Greatness of SmackDown. Just like I've said, from this episode we can't really see any negative changes. I've heard that WWE actually had a meeting with the talent before the show. And I guess they explained that, everything is going to be alright. Vince McMahon is a madman. Liar, pants on fire. My man bullied himself back into the company and is now trying to sell it. And Stephanie McMahon left. This can't be a coincidence. I think there's familia drama, and Rey Mysterio is probably like,
no guys, stop doing that. Familia drama is no fun. I can tell from experience.
Vince McMahon, listen to Rey. It's not too late. Leave the WWE. Leave your family alone. For the better. And of course, this episode of SmackDown kicked off in a very big way with the WWE Intercontinental Championship match. Walter or Gunther versus Braun Strowman, the Choo Choo Master. So, I didn't have high expectations. For obvious reasons, right? But man, I know people are going to give Gunther all the credit, but it takes two people to dance. You can't put Eva Marie in a match against AJ Styles and expect a 5-star match, you know what I'm saying. So this was, first of all, a pretty long match. A very good match. I like the fact that Gunther was not afraid of Strowman. This was a classic Intercontinental Championship match and a very good one. Not a 5-star match, but it's Braun Strowman and I was genuinely surprised. I gotta give credit where credit is due. And also, I love the fact that we got these two gigantic wrestlers in a mid-card championship match. This makes the title look so important. I will say, unfortunately, the finish was kinda not necessarily botched, but the powerbomb really lacked impact. Gunther retains the Intercontinental Championship, and he might just possibly become one of the greatest Intercontinental champions of all time. I mean, let's be honest right here, the potential is here. He keeps beating all these legit superstars, his matches are always entertaining. What else can you ask for? I guess at this point, I just wish we got a good storyline, because the title reign is good, but we lack that good story and a legitimate opponent where we can actually believe that Gunther is going to lose the Intercontinental Championship. Sami wants to enter Bloodline's locker room, but Paul Heyman says, "It's just me." Sami Zayn is confused. Are you not gonna help me? Paul Heyman says, "We couldn't take that away from you. What kind of friends we would be? Roman gave you an opportunity to redeem yourself, and we trust that you can do this on your own." Sami Zayn says, "Call Roman and tell him that I'm going to take care of this." And Paul Heyman is all smiles, but once Sami left, you can tell something is going on right here. And that keeps happening all the time. Every time Sami leaves, Paul Heyman is angry. I guess that's where the story is heading. They are using Sami Zayn. And during this show, he actually kinda understood that, which is weird.
Family, 619. Family, I got no more.
Mysterio says,
"Holidays were always an exciting time, but I didn't have very Merry Christmas because of dumb." And now he's acting like a criminal? That's not booyaka. But I'm fed up with the bullshit.
And he declares himself as an entrant in the Royal Rumble. Well, I'm fine with that. You can announce 20 people max. Leave 10 people unannounced for us to get shocked. Karrion Kross interrupts, and of course he kept insulting Rey Mysterio, basically insinuating that you're old news and you're old. He even blames Rey Mysterio for, Dominic actually betraying his father because you weren't around, you were on the road. Mysterio had enough, we got a brawl. Fists were thrown, until ultimately Karrion Kross comes out on top. Lately, I'm starting to feel Karrion Kross. Once he was in a rivalry with Drew McIntyre, I just didn't get it. I simply didn't get it, but I actually kinda like this because Rey Mysterio is the type of guy you always root for, right? You kinda feel sorry for him because he always keeps getting bullied for whatever reason. So maybe that sympathy for Rey Mysterio and Karrion Kross actually bullying Rey Mysterio for no reason whatsoever, maybe that's what made me like Karrion. Am I a bad person? Probably, possibly. But I believe Karrion has potential. It took a while, but we're finally getting there. We see SmackDown women talking about the Royal Rumble, and everyone keeps making fun of Liv Morgan for being in the Royal Rumble at number 1. Even Raquel Rodriguez was supposed to be a babyface. She smiles all the time. Liv did a little trick, and we have a match. Big balls from Liv Morgan. Well, that doesn't work that way. Let's leave it at that. We saw Xia Li versus Tegan Nox. This was actually pretty unpredictable because both of these women kept losing, so it was like, who's getting pushed right here? Let's see. And it was Tegan Nox. Yes, people, I've learned her name. I used to say Tegan Nox, and I thought I was right. Apparently she's Tegan Nox. Tegan Nox, I guess. I could be wrong right here. Drew McIntyre and Sheamus tell Adam Pearce that they won the Raiders tonight. Pearce announces that there will be a tournament next week to determine the new number 1 contenders for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship and informs them they will be facing the Raiders in the first round. And then they got really excited, and I don't even understand what is happening with Adam Pearce. Boy, have you lost your balls! Dude, where are your cojones? I don't understand this, man. For the past few weeks, Adam was like, talk shit to me, get smacked in the face. And now it seems like he's kind of a pushover. I don't know, Adam. So we see Bray Wyatt, and apparently the Eater of Worlds is back. And he basically announced that I finally know who I am. I am Bray Wyatt. I am Uncle Howdy. So he basically reveals that all of these puppets and all of that shit was Bray Wyatt, which I kind of find disappointing because I was like, okay, we might get some returns, a faction, Bo Dallas. Seems like no. These characters were not played by Bo Dallas, they were played by John Johnston Sr. or whatever. I mean, the promo was good, I'm kinda excited, I'm glad we got this Wyatt back, but it kinda feels underwhelming and it feels like it didn't really lead to anything, or maybe that's about to change. I don't wanna judge too early. Kevin Owens was about to get interviewed, but he got approached by Sami Zayn, and this segment was really powerful. Finally, I think for the first time, Sami actually started to get it. Sami asks Owens if he's happy. He says he interfered in his business. I had a good thing on SmackDown, you had a good thing on Raw, why did you do this? But Owens cuts him off and says that he only interfered because the Bloodline kept running their mouths on Monday Night Raw. He says he didn't ask for this. It wasn't me who did all of this, it was always Roman Reigns who puts you in these kind of situations. And of course, Sami Zayn is trying to actually convince himself that this is not the case. Have you seen how many times he hugged me? You just don't understand, this is family. And Kevin Owens is like, yeah, good luck. I think we all know the payoff right here. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, the new undisputed tag team champions at possibly WrestleMania. That would be the dream scenario, because let's be honest right here, Sami's getting kicked out anyway. We're basically building to that right now. Then we saw Liv Morgan versus Raquel Rodriguez. I'm not really sure what Triple H sees in Raquel. I think she's okay, right? But her character is so bland, so boring. With the build-up of this match, I really thought that Liv Morgan is going to beat her, but that was not the case. Liv Morgan lost. I don't know why. This did nothing. Sonya Deville wants another shot at the Women's Championship. What are you gonna do? You gonna ask me to win the Royal Rumble match? Yeah. I'm going to find a way to face Charlotte, and she tried. We got a backstage brawl. I mean, no disrespect, but are we really interested in Sonya Deville versus Charlotte Flair for the championship? Cut the shit, WWE. And finally, we got Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. I thought this is going to be one of these matches, you know, for the sake of a story, nothing special. But once again, WWE are following a trend of giving us absolute bangers in the main event. I don't know, man. That's like 2-3 weeks in a row, 4 or 5 shows in a row, because this was exactly how I imagined Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. An absolute banger, unfortunately, with, you know, not a finish you would like to see right here. Very entertaining, pay-per-view level stuff. And Sami Zayn was serious about proving that he can do this on his own, but unfortunately, even though he had the upper hand, we saw the Usos interfering and Sami Zayn is confused. Even Sami Zayn said, the tribal chief told me to take care of business. He doesn't want the Usos to interfere. And they of course continued with the attack, and Sami Zayn was on their side, obviously, but during this whole segment, it seemed like he didn't actually want to hurt Kevin Owens anymore, and he finally realized something is up right here. Even that little kick. There are many possible reasons why Sami Zayn didn't appreciate the help. Maybe he finally feels sympathy for Kevin Owens, he feels sorry for Kevin Owens, maybe he feels it wasn't fair, but also, maybe he realized that Roman Reigns is kinda jealous right here. Maybe Roman Reigns sent the Usos because he doesn't want Sami Zayn to prove that he can do this on his own. Even though Sami Zayn had Kevin Owens, he was about to possibly beat Kevin Owens, Roman said, don't let this get to Sami's head. He's not the tribal chief, he can do this. Because as you guys remember, Roman Reigns didn't actually beat Kevin Owens on his own as well, I believe so. And at this point with new creative, you know, I'm not even afraid to say that I believe WWE are actually thinking about this. Maybe it's not as simple as we believe. Another banger of an episode, and sure, some stories could be better, but it's almost a perfect wrestling show, if we're being generous, except for the women's division. They really need to do something with that. But thank you for watching The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.